Vendor Besties. Episode 10.
Sometimes it's tough getting out of bed when I'm feeling out of sorts. Call it what you will. It's just the art of standing still. I'm just trying to get it right. Call up my besties for a ride. You know the best is yet to come. Where we've been, they can't go. The only place we know. 1,000,000 miles from the sun. You know the best is yet to come.
Hello and welcome back to Vendor Besties. Cheers.
Hello.
Don't spill.
No,
Be
my
gentle.
cup is so full.
I know.
Hello.
All right.
Drink. You're bossy.
Drink.
Don't
Solves the problem of it being more.
We're welcoming back Diana
From her tour.
Hi,
from
Diana.
her tour
How has
around
it
the
been?
venue.
Long time no see.
On our last episode, we talked about wedding tax. Are we all trying to scam you? No, we are not. Go watch it. Today, we are talking about why we have to charge money. We have to charge money to run a business. I'm so sorry. We have overhead. Some people have children who get hungry. I don't know what is up with that. Some people have significant others in their house that expect them to contribute on some level. Also, I don't know what is
And
up
some
with that.
people don't.
And
Some
some people don't.
businesses can just be hobby level.
Some cars have really bad gas mileage, but they're cool cars.
And they're better than Bentleys.
They're better than
So
Bentleys.
what we want to talk about this episode is actually running a profitable business. What can you as a small business owner do practically to make sure that your bottom line is where it needs to be?
Boy, do we got a list for you.
Budget conscious.
Why does it matter?
Why does it matter? It's everything. I mean, I rent a room. I only buy the equipment that is necessary for me to make money.
Yeah.
If it doesn't make me money, I don't need it. I don't buy it. I rent a modest room in a modest neighborhood. I drive a 30-year-old car. And I do what it takes to live within the means of what I'm reasonably making. And I hope one day I have big budget projects to get me big budget things. But I scale down what I do to live the life of an entrepreneur.
Right.
Concurrency is also important
Yeah.
in product and what you're charging. And, you know, in a venue business, when we're talking about being budget conscious in specific areas, it helps us to provide a consistent product level across our catering and our, venue amenities and all of those things. If one thing is like super expensive, it stands out and it doesn't fit with the other things, we're not creating a congruent product for our customers.
Yeah.
And so budget consciousness can help us make sure that all of the things are in line with what someone expects when they come to a Victorian vintage venue.
Well, and what they expect for the price point.
Yeah.
Because it would seem odd if like this one part of your experience at the Victorian Belle is super luxury and you're feeding them Taco Bell for dinner. Like, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I have an interesting perspective on this because I started out as someone who was partnered and the secondary income and had always been the secondary income. So when I started my business, I was profitable right away and I was able to take most of that money and reinvest it right back into equipment and reinvest it into education and invest it into hiring certain services like having my accounting done for me and having branding done because there was more money coming into the household. And if I had been in a position at the start where I didn't have the luxury of reinvesting and I had to be supporting myself from the get, I would never have been able to grow to where I am.
Thankfully, like, I also have, it's not just me on that financial side. Like, our bookkeeper and our operations manager and the finance team that I'm separate from, like, they do a great job of, wrangling the finances. And then I come in and say, what do I need to do? And what do we need to do to meet in the middle? And what do I have to work with? And, what are the resources that we can invest in? Because as a venue, things are breaking down or getting worn out, or
Maybe it's an old building.
It's an old building, so there's
Yeah.
tons of things that you would never think of if you bought a new house and were trying to use a brand new house to do. And so there's all these like little pieces, and it's just like, well, what's the priority?
A lot of folks who start on a whim without professional experience have a really hard time making those determinations. Versus if you're coming into your business and you already have a very clear idea of what it takes to run that type of business, it's much easier to go, no, I do need to buy a bigger refrigerator right now. Because bigger fridge, more cakes out the door, that's what's gonna help me scale, excuse me.
Oh yeah.
And if you haven't gone through that stage of business where everything sucks, you don't know what you need to prioritize.
Where am I bottlenecking? Right? Like
Well,
that's such a good term.
And I'm a big proponent of don't invest in it until you know the pain and are absolutely certain that you need it. If you don't have that capital, you don't need that shit right away.
And if you do have that capital, there are very, very good times to take a smaller paycheck if your bills are paid and put that money into growing
Yes.
your business. I don't think it's always a bad thing to get really serious and put money on the line. But if you're not investing money in, you're gonna stunt your growth. Is that actually something that a cost my business needs to carry, or is it just something that I like?
Right.
That's comfortable.
Ooh, that's comfortable too. Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a more effective way to do it?
When I look at our return on all of our marketing channels, I have a spreadsheet that tells me where all of my leads come from. I have another spreadsheet that tells me, okay, this is where my events booked from. This is my booked events, right? And then from there, I can be like, well, these booked events were from, lead traffic that was coming in during this set of months. And then I can start pulling all of this stuff together into aggregate numbers that tells me how many leads did I get with this particular marketing tool, and how much did I spend, and how much now does that individual lead cost me. And certain marketing sources are astronomically expensive, to the tune of $1,500 per wedding for some of these marketing sources, and some of them are like $7. And
Right.
so like what you learn is pour the money into the marketing sources that are delivering the lowest dollar per dollar.
Recently, a few months back, during slowest season, slowest season,
Yeah.
I put out a $50 paid ad on Google. And I did a lot of research, how the keywords, whatever, and I got thousands of views on my website. That month I saw everything go up, I was so excited. I was like, all these views are gonna translate. I got 0 conversions
Yep.
off of that data. What is actually getting people from point A, point B to C to
And
money
what
in
does
my
it
bank
cost?
account?
Those are the ones that are worth it.
It's human relationships.
The path.
I really like the term that you used earlier when you said bottlenecking.
Yeah.
And I feel like one important thing to be aware of when you are running your own business is you can't do everything all at once. You can't fix every problem all at once. You can't invest everywhere all at once. You have to kind of accept that we have this much money and this much time. So where are those bottlenecks?
So
Oh, yeah, sometimes you just
what
need
is my
money.
marketing path? All the time you need money. This is business. You know what I mean?
I just say sometimes you need money. I mean, sometimes you need money now, and you need to make the decision that's going to get you money right now.
Yeah,
what I-
pretty much. And like making your decisions like
1-800 need cash now.
1-800.
100-877 cash now.
Are we just saying numbers?
Dopamine for
Dopamine.
Dopamine for dopamine artistic. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just because I have money to spend doesn't mean that I need to spend it.
I feel that because I never have money in my business account because as soon as it hits, I go shopping for said business.
Understanding what your business actually needs and when you should just cough up that extra $100 instead of spending a bunch of money into almost what you need, I think is probably when you can make those decisions is when you're really going to start seeing the dollars that you put in pay off. My favorite word, being discerning.
scared money don't make money.
Yeah.
But if you overspend,
Gotta be discerning to get to earning.
Oh.
When I am up against something that is directly impacting whether or not I can run my business. Or is my accounting getting done every month or is it not getting done every month?
Yeah.
Can I actually make enough physical cakes to reach this number that I need? Like, is there enough space in my freezer? When I am not able to do a thing myself, or I just hit a weird mental block about it for a certain amount of time, hit 1 month to 3 months, and that's the thing that is preventing me from being successful or taking the next step, That's where I invest money.
In business school, we call that cost benefit analysis.
Yeah.
Where you take the cost of what the upgrade will be in total over an amount of time and how much that particular change will make to your bottom
Profit.
line.
Yeah.
If I buy a $3,000 camera today, will I make that in 6 months, a year, or
Right.
3 years? My answer is no. Right now, there are not clients that particular camera will gain me. Will I have more fun shooting? Will I be able to get
Sure.
cooler shots? Yada yada. But the cost benefit analysis of buying that camera is no.
Coming back to that same question about pinch points
Mm-hmm.
and scalability, and if that pinch point is the thing that is blocking your scalability, but you also need to be looking at projections. Like, if I do this thing, what does that project? You know, how does it affect my pinch points? For example, we recently hired an additional staff member to take more private event leads off of my plate, and it's a risky move to hire another employee to do the same tasks that I'm doing, because now it's, you know, when you think of in terms of a small business, a whole additional employee is
That's
a
a lot.
big financial risk,
Yeah.
right? However, things get to the point where my time is the pinch point. Do I have windows available to give tours to potential clients? And the answer was increasingly becoming no, I don't have time. You know, do I have time to complete necessary tasks to make sure that all of my clients feel valued and that they feel heard and that their event is being taken care of with care? And that, you know, increasingly becomes no. So at that point, it's like, well, this now is a point where it's important to add another person on our team in order to expand. But it is a big financial risk. However, I think it's the right one because human resources are the most important resources that we
Yes.
have in hospitality.
A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm so great at this," and like their first year out goes so well, and they're like, "I need to expand," and they assume what expansion means. Like it could mean payroll, additional people, branding stuff, whatever.
A million
And they
holy
just-
totes.
And they just jump into it. And in the case of people, they hire all these people, they commit to all these people, and they don't understand the time it takes for them, that they are now managing people and managing the payroll and all of the time that it takes for the additional things that keeps them from doing the business.
Right.
And they are the business to begin with. And then I've also seen businesses that are so hung up on branding that they invested in things to make everything look cute over keeping their stuff safe.
Well, don't.
No,
That's
no,
great. What is it?
Just don't.
Just don't what?
Just don't enter into pricing and marketing and running your business in the same way you would a hobby. You know, you're conducting business, run the ROI, you know, run the cost benefit analysis, keep track of your accounting. If you're going to scale, if you're going to pivot, if you're going to shift, do it intentionally. And that will save you in the long run.
Don't spend it just because you have it.
I
Hobby.
would say don't be afraid of investing either. Don't be afraid of buying the equipment that you need to do the job that people are paying you to do. Like you have to be willing to take risks and spend money and do it wrong and make the wrong choice sometimes.
Balance.
Don't be afraid. I mean, don't be stupid, but don't be afraid.
Some people just are.
If you institute a change into your business practices, your policy, your contracts, any of that stuff, it's a year before those decisions start coming back around to benefit you or benefit your clients or anybody else, because everything in this industry is long term. You know, people are
Yeah,
booking.
we're booking. The contract
right?
says something from 7 months ago or a year and a half ago,
Exactly,
and
so
I
if I-
walked into that.
Yeah. So if I change a venue policy, it goes into my contract template for new contracts.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to see that shift and get that old policy out
And I
for like a
totally-
year.
Right.
And I was so afraid to tell people that labor costs money. And now my go-to phrase for that is doing this and this and this will take this kind of labor. Labor is work and people don't work for free.
Labor is work and people don't work for free.
Weekend.
All right, guys,
Very
we're gonna
good
go
job.
get snacks.
Snack.
Cheers.
Snacks.